Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another Call of Duty video. As you can see on the screen, it's going to pertain to Call of Duty 2022, and it's going to be another Modern Warfare title. And supposedly it's going to be a sequel, alleged by some campaign leaks and stuff like that. So there's actually a new article to this. I'm not going to go over that one. I think it's from like October 9th, maybe or October 4th, maybe like a week ago. And ironically, today is the day that Vanguard released its campaign story trailer. So it's all pretty ironic in a way. And I meant to do this a couple of days ago, but as you guys probably know, and it's also going to pertain to zombies, that DLC 4 for Cold War just came out, Forsaken, and I've been playing that for the last couple of days, like most people, and watching videos and stuff like that. So I didn't really have much time to do that. So I'm to make a video then. So I'm going to do it now and talk about what I would want in the campaign. I know there are some leaks, and there's some more, like I said, a newer article, but it goes over some leaks. But some of the leakers that they reference are just people that BS in the Call of Duty community. It's like if you can just make up a BS leak, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I can confirm it that how it's a leak," but it's not necessarily a leak. It's just that whatever comes out, they agree with it. Like I could come out and say, "Hey, I have information that Modern Warfare is going to be Super Smash Brothers Melee or something like that. It's going to tie into Super Smash Brothers," but and then they just agree with it, and everybody thinks that they have leaked information. But when the real news comes out, they make BS and they lie and say that stuff got changed and it gets changed in development cycle, which it was never going to happen. It's just that people want to make a name for themselves, and I totally understand that works. I totally understand if you put out fake leaks, that you can, get like millions of views, you can get millions of subscribers because people believe anything. So I'm not going to reference that article. I'm just going to reference this one because I'm going to briefly go over it and then just kind of go into the zombies portion. Again, it's going to be Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be follow the 2019 Modern Warfare, a direct sequel to it. And the project name is Project Cortez. I think it's going to deal with maybe South America, maybe some drug lords and stuff like that, which is all pretty cool. Again, I'm not going to go too far because I want to just kind of skim over it. And so that's the alleged leak. It's going to be another Modern Warfare sequel, direct sequel to the 2019 Modern Warfare. So I'm going to go over what I would want in the game, or what I think they really need in the game that would help. Because Modern Warfare, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the most successful Modern Warfare, but that's kind of due with the pandemic. It's not necessarily the best Modern Warfare of all time. It lacks in a lot of different ways, but it is the most profitable because of it was the one that was there during the pandemic, um, and because of Warzone. Without Warzone, they would probably get a lot of grief. But I'm not one of those people that want to hate on games and developers and stuff like that, anyways. But it wouldn't have succeeded if it wasn't for the pandemic. Because if you look at how deep um, the Black Ops storyline is, and even Ghost storyline is, um, it's above and beyond what Modern Warfare did in 2019. It's just that times were just a lot different back then. So, anyways, with all that being said, I'm gonna go over Modern Warfare 2019 again really quickly, and I'm just gonna go to the plot. So, in the plot, it's saying it was in 2019, so it was definitely current times even though it was Modern Warfare in current times. So that's where the campaign was. I'm not going to go over the campaign because honestly, I played it a little bit. I know it has to do with terrorism and stuff like that. Um, but I'm not going to actually go over it too much because I played it a little bit. But what I actually did recently play, which is again above and beyond and on par to what Call of Duty does, was Ghost. I know people hated on it, but the thing is, people hate games and movies and stories and books if it's too difficult for them to understand. And the thing with Call of Duty Ghost, it had a Hollywood writer that wrote the story, and he wrote it so complex, so deep, so many layers that people didn't understand what was going on. So I would want for Modern Warfare 2022 to bring back or reference Gabriel Rourke, because again, if you kind of fit the time frame, and again, I'm just gonna skim over some stuff, and it's gonna have spoilers obviously. So in Call of Duty Ghosts in 2015, they go in an operation I believe also in South America and Venezuela to be exact. Either Central or South America, which is neither here or there. So if I get it wrong, it doesn't even really matter. Um, in 2015, Rorke and his crew kind of gets like ambushed, and then Rorke gets kidnapped, brainwashed, and then you don't see Rorke again until 2027 when the military comes up with an operation to go find what happened to Rorke. They think they go back into Venezuela to go find them. So 12 years later, from 2015 to 2027, we don't know what happened to Rorke, the Ghost Squad, and I'm just gonna call it the Campaign Squad, just in case you're not familiar. They go back looking for Rorke. Rorke was their leader, in charge of their battalion, I guess I'll call it. A lot of the words I'm not familiar with, and I'm trying to make it sound more military-like, rather than making it sound so kind of plain and simple. But the long and short of it, he was the leader of their group for the operation that went into Venezuela in 2015. He gets separated from his group, falls to his death. If one of his subordinates let him go and lets him die, supposedly, but he actually got captured and was a prisoner of war for 12 years. They find him in 2027. So I would want like for them to bring him back and fill in that gap from what happened from 2015 to 2017, because again, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 literally takes place in 2019, and I know the history of Call of Duty with zombies and even campaign. They try and distance themselves with stuff they got negative publicity and negative press. So they were like they don't want to reference any Ghost stuff. I know except for Ghost himself, Simon Riley, maybe some of the Ghost Squad, but as far as like specifics for Rorke and stuff like that, and I don't know the legalities of like, let's say you write a story and Call of Duty references that story, maybe like like 10 years later. Do they have to pay him for using his story or parts of his story, or who actually owns the story at that point? Is it kind of like once you're paid to write the story, you're just paid to write the story, and it's owned by Call of Duty, or do you have to kind of now credit the actual and original writer of the story from Ghost? Because again, the writer for Ghost was a Hollywood writer that they hired um, for a short period of time to write the story, almost like a Hollywood movie. So now I don't know about the specifics how they would have to pay him or pay his to follow source. That could be another reason why they wouldn't want to continue or dive back into the Call of Duty Ghost story again. So it would be kind of cool because Ghost is so deep, and Rorke is such a deep character, and we don't know anything about him, especially during those time periods. There's some intel and stuff like that, and we know he gets captured and brainwashed and stuff like that. But it would be kind of cool if they kind of dive back into that and put it in the zombies storyline also, because there's some Rorke tie-ins to Atlantis, and the island of Atlantis, or maybe they should have it where he got brainwashed, or maybe he went on some expeditions. It would be cool to throw him into the zombie story. Like, if Call of Duty says we don't want anything in the future to do with Rorke ever again, can the zombies writers and community, because I think Treyarch is the one that's writing it, for them to kind of adopt Rorke for their story would be amazing, because a lot of people don't know this. Rorke has a lot to do with the story in the city of Atlantis. So if for some reason they use him, I don't even care if he's a bad guy or a good guy, but I guess he would have to be a bad guy for everything to kind of be canon and jive together. Maybe he went and looked for Atlantis and found some stuff, in the city of Atlantis, and maybe he found some stuff out. Maybe that's why he turned evil. Have a backstory of Atlantis, but again, that's just what I would want, is to have him tie into the zombie story rather than just kind of be one and done and Ghost is the only thing and we don't want to have anything to do with him. It'd be cool if they can, like again, I think Treyarch's the one writing the story, but it'd be cool if they used him into the Modern Warfare 2022 storyline and put them in zombies. Again, it's probably gonna be modern times back in Modern Warfare. I think they're confirming putting zombies, or even if it's extinction, have them like be part of the extinction storyline, rather than just get rid of the character altogether. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.